Hi, I'm Simon Fox, fingerstyle guitarist, and I'm here to have a tryout of the Ecospacer reverb unit for my acoustic guitar. And we're going to play some songs with and without the unit. We're going to start off without the gadget in the guitar, just to play the dry guitar piece, and then we'll put it in and see how it sounds. Alright, we'll play a song. Okay, I'm gonna just play one of my own songs. This one's called Mercy, and this is without the device. So let's look at the gadget. I've seen this a few times now, and the first thing you notice when you pick it up is how light it is. That was my main concern with this thing, is if you're going to put a piece of metal in your guitar, you don't want it to weigh it down. But it's extremely light, and the other thing is how nicely put together it is. All the edges are super sharp, the connections are really neat. Yeah, it looks very nicely made, crisp, and these magnets are very cool. So it's going to attach via this magnet, I think here, to the soundboard, as we'll see. But yeah, it looks like something you could travel with pretty easily without weighing down your case, and yeah, so far feels pretty cool. Just installed the Ecospacer magnets here and here, so we just loosened the strings, slide it in, put the magnets on, and so far this seems super rigid and locked in, so it moves the guitar around, it's not going to come out. From what I can tell, these magnets are super strong, so yeah, that's good to see. Yeah, just had to tune it up again, and it's locked in there, so yeah, just took a few minutes. Bit of tuning, and yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? All right. Okay, so that's my first try with the Ecospacer, and I'm going to give you my first impressions. This is a very cool gadget. I think it's really interesting for the process of songwriting for me. It's going to expand some of the ideas that I like to play with, especially with wide open chords with these open tunings. It's very pleasant on the ears to listen to. I was surprised at how clean it sounds in the low region, and up a little bit. The reverb really catches that kind of range beautifully. So I was surprised to see that from an analog reverb. I think they've done a good job of getting the amount of reverb right. You can vary it by reducing the number of springs. You can take those off by hand. But I think this is a good amount of reverb. The other thing I noticed is it's not overwhelming. It doesn't take over the sound of the guitar, and that's a concern for me as a acoustic guitarist. So I think that's a really good feature as well. The reverb doesn't go on and on and on for long. It makes itself known, and then it doesn't interfere with the next part of the song, but long enough to make its impression. Obviously very pretty up in those high notes, but again, where I was really pleased was in this sort of part of the neck, this kind of mid-range. Very pretty reverb. My expectation was that I'd really hear it in the very high notes, and well, it is nice there, but in this area I think I would have a lot of fun with this thing. Nice cathedral hall kind of sound. Yeah, I would love to use this in an intimate performance where I'm not using a PA system, which never sounds very good compared to acoustic, and perhaps like at a wedding or something like that, or an art show. This would be fabulous, just to add a little bit of depth and color to the natural guitar sound. I think it would be great for songwriting. I kind of can't wait to give it a try, especially with my very rich deep chords. That was something I didn't expect, so very pleased to hear that. Yeah, it's a really cool gadget. I really like it. Yeah, so first started playing in grade 4 at primary school, and then picked it up as a teenager playing electric guitar, AC/DC. Had the big red mullet haircut. Yeah, and played electric guitar until about 20 years old, and then I started playing acoustic finger picking again, and yeah, playing ever since. Yeah. For me, finger picking is my thing, and that's why I'm interested in this device, is because I spend a lot of time just writing my own songs. Really, I don't really play anyone else's songs, so anything that helps me create new ideas, new songs, new very rich chords, just for me, it's just entertaining myself. So this kind of thing keep me busy for many hours. So I'm just working on my 5th studio album now. I've put 3 singles out on Spotify and Apple Music, and they're dadgad solo pieces with some accompaniment. I'm just going to keep putting out singles as I get them edited and mastered and ready to go. Yeah, in terms of performance, in recent years played in Italy at this ADGPA festival there, and starting to play a bit more around in Vancouver here, just cafes and a few events. So yeah, hoping to get out and play a bit more. Used to play on Vancouver Island, some festivals over there. Yeah, hoping to get back into that soon. Been writing and recording for the last few years, so that's been my focus. Just, the song I played earlier is called Mercy, and that's a new fingerstyle piece I put out on Spotify about a month ago. It's a pretty long and complicated piece, but yeah, the idea was to explore the whole neck, the whole dadgad neck, and lots of chords and interesting shapes, and yeah, I think it's a good exploration of this open tuning which I use, DAD, GAD. Yeah, and a couple of other pieces I wrote recently. Iris is another dadgad piece, and that's for our dear dog who left us at last Christmas, a memorial tune. Yeah, and I just put out a song called Wind and Waves, which is a very Celtic song with some bagpipey finger picking and so on. So that's plenty there for the guitarists. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch more. Perhaps I'll play one of the new ones. I'm really keen to see how this other one called the Papersmith. I want to see how that sounds with this gadget. I think it's going to sound great because it's capoed up here at the 5th fret, and it's going to be right up here in that sweet spot I was talking about. So I think that's, yeah, really keen to give that a try. Most of the songs that I write and record are all available with Tab and sheet music. So all these new tunes that I'm recording, as they're released, there'll be a tablature available on my website, and all of my old tunes, there's a lot of finger picking, a few different tunings, pretty standard dadgad and open C tuning mostly. Yeah, so you can get those on my website, and there's an app, Simon Fox Guitar app. That's free, so there's a load of stuff on there too for guitarists, and stories about the songs, and you don't need an internet connection, so it's good for aeroplanes.